Thank you. Thank you. We'll continue to share as we move on with the show. Thank you so much for today. Continue to hit the like button. We recognize that it alters the algorithm so that others can see this message. We are not relenting. We started this fight with so many people, but they gave up. They ran away for one excuse or the other. But we, the mothers, the daughters of the land, your auntie, your cousin, your sister, your wife, your whatever you want to call us. We are like, oh no, the future of our children is at stake. And nothing, not even our home, not even sleepiness, not even anything that will stop us from making this sacrifice to ensure that our people get to their destination. What is that destination? Ali Bobo Alanso, where you will live life and live life abundantly. You live life without fear. You live life without the Fulani. You live life without somebody making random decision, and it will destroy everything that you have worked for. So welcome to our program. We are going to identify certain things today for you that maybe you've never thought about. So our topic today is 4 months.
Sorry, before the topic, sorry, just to add.
Yes.
My sister said Alibo. That's for the indigenous peoples of Igbo land. Now, it's the same thing for all of you, all the indigenous peoples, because we recognize the fact that many people are watching us from all over the world. So your ancestral homeland, that land where you were born, that they buried your placenta there, where your ancestors that handed over the heritage to you, that is your identity. That is where we are talking. And you deserve the sovereignty of that land, because sovereignty is the people and the land. Your ancestral homeland is yours, and it is your right to be there and decide how you want to live. It is your right to decide who you want to coexist with. So we are working together in alliance, and we are collaborating together. Just wanted to add that, please.
No, it's quite important. Quite important. Yes, this is all about our people. Anyone that looks like me, is all about you. We are definitely referring to you. All right. So the topic goes the 4 monsters marching towards the peoples of Nigeria, the 4 monsters. And those monsters we are going to recognize, one of them is already glaring. They're even coming out to defend themselves. According to Nina's, this current April, if the people of Nigeria would do as they were told, as they were told in 2025, they would have been able to turn the table against those bullying and terrorizing them.
Yes, in this 2025, they will be able to do it. In this, if they will do as they are told. In this 2025, they're still telling them today, you will be able to turn the table around. Sorry.
So yes, please, thank you. So it's not, the template is already on the table, like we keep telling you guys. And that's why we don't see us swelling. That's why you don't see us crying, complaining, because that's what our people like to do for years. They will sit around and mention everything that is wrong, but they don't have any solution on the table. And the solution is there looking at you. So instead of going on TV, calling out what these people are doing, why don't we activate the strategy as stipulated by Ninas? As a political prophetess, as religious opportunists and traditional gatekeepers plot their voyage towards the 2027 elections. They are clinging to oppressive unitary constitutional order, the very system that has for decades empowered the Fulani terrorists with weapons while systematically disarming, impoverishing, and endangering the indigenous peoples of Nigeria. Under this course arrangement, the lives, the land, the liberties of millions hang by a thread. Yet, the desperate question remains: for how long will we, the peoples of Nigeria, be forced to normalize terror, normalize trauma, and even mass suffering? Not just in our nation, but across the African continent. How long are we going to be watching this? We are all looking as if we're incapacitated. Across the ocean, a single terror attack, 9/11, jolted America into permanent action. A nation that vowed never again. Within days, the US unleashed a relentless war against terror network, building new security architectures honoring the wounded, and institutionalizing trauma care for survivors who are still receiving psychiatric support decades later. Let's look at that in stark contrast to Nigeria. Nigeria is a land drenched in centuries of blood from gruesome massacres, ethnic cleansing, kidnapping, village raising, yet they remain shackled by silence, inaction, and ritual with those and riddled with those who long ago traded our humanities for morsels of flesh. They traded our mind into submission since 1804, as if our brain are replaced with watery corn pap. Like we don't have, it's not working. Oh, I forgot. We are praying. We
Hmm.
are calling on our God to come and help us. We're internalizing the pain and calling God to calm us down in the midst of the suffering.
Hmm.
This endless cycle of horror, this deliberate numbing of our collective consciousness must end. Let me repeat that. This endless cycle of terror, this deliberate numbing of our collective consciousness must end. The time for empty speeches, hollow promises, and dead end dialogues is over. So today, we'll continue to process and streamline our strategic escape from the Fulani terror machine, which include state capture, the deliberate economic strangulation brought upon us by the politicians. As we watch, these criminal politicians, they are scrambling and scheming for their seat at Aso Rock in 2027, bickering over blood as if they are watching vultures, bickering over the Fulani war machinery advancing against our people unchecked. This group of people are posing a clear and present threat of danger and domination and extermination against our people. Therefore, we cannot afford to sleepwalk into our own destruction because we are not livestock. We cannot afford to be sacrificial lamb to be herded into a slaughterhouse. We are free people and we must rise as such. So we need to join. There's a movement already on the table. There's a template on the table. We must ask the politicians to do what? Close shop. We didn't say boycott the election. We said they must do what? Close shop. That we are no longer interested in their democracy because that's what they are bringing to us. Nothing good has come out of this democracy that we are practicing. Nothing. Every time we turn around, our people's blood is on the street. Our future and the survival of our people depend on us taking the right move and the right action. You must join the movement, the Nina's movement. So I will pull up the video of the day, or the first video, as my sister had, while I do.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. To continue to share. You see this video we're trying to pull up because remember on this platform, we get all information. We are not narrow-minded. We are not putting our eye in, oh, Plateau, oh, Jos, oh, one single occurrence here, here, here. We are linking up everything because from our research, we have found out that they are all connected. That they cry the blood in Northeast, Northwest, Middle Belt, Southwest, Southeast, even the death of 5 million Biafrans about 50 years ago, all are connected. What is the connection? The land you are living on. The land that you are living on that is full of resources. Some people, some crazy people are going about arming some other crazy people to exterminate the indigenous people so that they can take their land and the resources. Some of them call themselves billionaires. There's something we call billionaire syndrome. You know what is billionaire syndrome? It's a bloated ego, something that makes you think like you're God. You think that if you steal all the wealth of the people, you cannot do anything you feel like doing against humanity. You will decide when to cut down population, who to cut down, who to destroy. Hitler did it. The humanity watched Hitler do it. And today, people are doing it. They bring bioterrorism. They bring everything. COVID, everything you can imagine. Their goal is one, to eliminate humanity, to eliminate who they want to eliminate, and take what they want to take. Listen to this. Watch it. This is not us saying. Watch them say it and pay close attention, because all these things are all connected.
Yep, nothing happens in isolation.
No.
More and more suspect that it is not just like him being naive and just doing billionaire things. I more and more suspect that it is some sort of, I hesitate to say agenda, but kind of an agenda. Yeah. And I don't understand what it is, but it's evil. It's not good.
I mean, there's that wild theory of the depopulation agenda.
Yes, because that is this eugenicist trend in science that's always been around. This idea that if you really get scientific enough about it, some people suck and some people rock. And if we really wanted to be evil about it, it's true that the world would be better off with all the good people and none of the bad people. And so there's always been this problem with scientific minds, men especially, where if you get rational enough, you can justify killing off all the bad people, whether that's extermination camps or whether that's depopulation or sterilization. Eugenics has always been a problem. And Bill Gates is openly a eugenicist, and he openly talks about overpopulation as this massive problem. And when you actually look at his solutions, it basically comes down to they're implementing population reduction by making it so that poor people die and rich people live. And whether that's through vaccinating poorer countries and it happens to sterilize a bunch of people on accident, or whether it's through just quality of living is so bad that poor people can't afford to have kids, or poor people are killing each other in the streets or starving to death, those kinds of things are eugenicist policies, whether intended or not, because they're killing off what they see as undesirables. Because if you can't make it in this modern capitalist world, you're not good enough. Bill Gates is a madman. And I more and more suspect that it is not just like him being naive.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. When you think that they're naive or they don't know what they're doing, look again. Remember, on this platform, we do the more you look, the more you see. Before, the church and all these people will teach you the more you look, the less you see. But on this platform, we bring you information, connect everything together. So whether you hear starvation, mass starvation, whether you hear depopulation, whether you hear ethnic cleansing, all are all connected together.
The same people carrying out the agenda.
The same people. It's one single agenda. And they will use people that have the skin, your skin, to come to your village and do certain things that you will not imagine. And you would think, how is this happening? How is the Fulani man that had stick all these years? There's a video, we will play this video for you. When, I don't know if it's in this one, but there's a video when someone told, I saw, there's so much information, my people. Sometimes it's clashing. I don't even know the one I saw that. Right. So there's one that the person gave account and said that they knew Fulani people, they were living with them, sharing things. It was a kind of a collaboration. They will farm. Then the Fulani people, they will harvest their food. When they harvest their food, Fulani people will bring their cows to walk on the farm, and like while they are grazing on the farm that they have finished harvesting, they will defecate, and the feces will enrich the ground. Kind of a symbiotic relationship. And then that they will give them some of their milk, give them shanu and all that. They were cooperating. He said after a while, these Fulani people told her that there are some Fulanis that are coming that are different from them, that are wicked and greedy, that they told them to leave, that they are coming. That means that these eugenicists, or whatever term they call them, these depopulation people, empowered a different group, played into their mischief and their greed, empowered them So, but those of us, the indigenous people, did not see when this switch happened. All we saw was Fulani and cow. We did not see that these people are now different.
Mine, I don't even think it was a switch. I think they just started slowly, right? Because they're going to come in with war. And then they knew with their plan, their 50-year plan, when they're going to transition to another type
Thank you
of
so
plan.
much for that correction. Yes, because we have done this show and we said they had people that were like people that came first. How did they call these foot soldiers that came and mapped our land? Thank you so much for this important correction. That mapped our land using their cow as GPS, mapped our land. Of course, some people might not know the detail of the plan, but there are some
We
people that
didn't
will
know.
sit down.
What I knew as a child growing up is that every now and then when we would be in our front yard playing, all of a sudden cow will come, children will start running, hurting each other, no parents are home. By the time the parents come home from work, they are seeing traumatized kids everywhere, broken arm, broken leg. You will not see the Fulani, you will not see the cow. You just know that a cow, my dear, it has all been a plan.
So this started a long time. Why we're saying this is for you that you're staying in your village thinking that your case is an isolated case. It is not isolated. It's part of another bigger agenda, and you must put your eye in what is going on. So whether it's starvation you're seeing or ethnic cleansing through war, crisis, they are interconnected. These greedy people, these people that we say have billionaire syndrome, which we say they think they are God and they will massacre everybody and then take over your wealth because
Change
they
your
are greedy.
food line, change all your food to GMO.
Yes, bring
Make sure that
GMO.
farmers are not farming any more regular foods.
Yes, kill you with cancer, bring cancer causing food, bring vaccines that will kill you, bioterrorism. Everything is that connected, and they will amass wealth on themselves and their few friends. And then at the end of the day, the people are dying. And they would call it a different thing. But we're telling that these people have mental illness. You see, Hitler had mental illness. These people have mental illness. Imagine when people with mental illness are now the one making decision for normal people. But you know what is making it possible? The unitary constitution in Nigeria. They imposed that constitution. And we talk of constitutional arrangement. That is why they can arm your enemy, but they will disarm you. But we are saying today, you can make a change. You can turn this table around today in this 2025. You can do that. And we have the template that you can use to do that peacefully. And then you